My name is John Green and I'm the Director of Liquor and Policing with the Australian Hotels Association in New South Wales.
My name is Roy Wakeland King. I'm the Chief Executive of the New South Wales Taxi Council.
What we've seen with these new liquor reforms in Sydney and King's Cross is that they haven't really taken into account the evidence that's out there. Lockouts are proven across the world, in Fortitude Valley in Brisbane, in Melbourne, that lockouts don't work. Yet we saw in January the government put in a range of these reforms without consultation, without listening to the people, without looking at what the causes were. A series of tragic assaults in King's Cross at 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, and along George Street, Richo Rodriguez, Simon Cramp and others who were assaulted in the public street. Yet what we've seen in measures introduced on the lawfully compliant licensed premises right around the Sydney CBD and up in King's Cross, it had a significant impact on those venues.
What I can talk about is what happens on the outside of the club, and in particular a very important process of what we try to do, which is to get you home safely after you've had a big night out and hopefully had a really good night out. Now, the other thing about me is I'm also a parent. I'm a dad and I've got 2 young boys. Now, my boys are not yet at an age where they can go out and enjoy a nightclub out with a group of friends. But when they do go out and when they do grow up to have that opportunity, what I do want them is to, of course, have a lot of fun with their friends, their mates, and go and enjoy themselves. But I also want them to be safe, because I want them to come home, or I want for them to go home with their mates. And an important part of that is getting home safely. New South Wales Government has introduced some pretty strong laws around nightclubs, pubs, hotels, the things which are called the one-punch laws, the coward punch laws, the lockouts. Now, there've been a strong move by the New South Wales Government, but it was in reaction to and a response to some pretty tragic events that were happening on our streets here in Sydney. And we're all saddened by the loss of people, young people, wasted lives through needless violence. And what we've got to do as a society is to make sure that we minimise the risk of those as much as possible. Now, how do we do that? Well, we need to come together. That's an important point. We need to make sure that we can work together for those organisations that are involved in these issues. And that's not just clubs which you go to, but it's the clubs and pubs, it's my industry, it's the New South Wales Police, it's the government, there's a range of other members of the community that we need to make sure that we work together.
The government listened to a media storm that occurred in late 2013, early 2014. The tragic assault of Daniel Christie saw all the media outlets and the community rise up calling on a lockout, when we know that lockouts just do not work. So what we've seen is, on the 20th of January or thereabouts, the former Premier O'Farrell announced a series of measures that included a lockout, the ceasing service of alcohol at 3 o'clock, that was to change the culture of the Sydney CBD nightlife. People could no longer go to their favourite venue after 1:30. They had to be inside that venue. DJs performing late into the evening did not have the people following them, because after 1:30 they couldn't go and watch their favourite set in a nightclub in King's Cross after 1:30. That's the sort of problems that we've seen as we've gone through this.